is the Big O Show. This 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 is the Big O Show. This.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding.
There's just one place to celebrate our happy new model year. Acura of Pembroke Pines. Plus last chance savings on a 2024 RDX. $379 a month at Acura of Pembroke Pines.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
Miles an hour, that's a Category 4 hurricane. 3 deaths are reported in Florida after more than 24 were killed in the Caribbean. This.
For over 16 years, EJDconstruction.com has provided South Florida residents quality craftsmanship, accurate project management, and exceptional service. That's why EJDconstruction.com is an A-rated member of Angie's List and the Better Business Bureau. When you're looking for the right custom home builder for additions or home remodeling, please call my friend Eric at 305-433-4843. That's 305-433-4843 for EJDconstruction.com.
Oh, I think I know what this is. Houston, we have a package. Hello?
No matter where you are, the Sloman Shield home security system guards your home. With next-gen perimeter protection, 24/7 monitoring, and interior motion sensing. And right now, get a free Sloman Shield security system and doorbell camera, all professionally installed, for free.
Shield your world. The Sloman Shield.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
Hi, this is Jeff Welt from Welton Rayom. Dan and I have been in business together for over 22 years. We're not your typical lawyers. When Dan's not working in the office, he's flying his stunt plane. When I'm not in the office, I'm either getting tattooed, bowling, riding a motorcycle, or going to concerts. We might not be your typical attorneys, but we are aggressive attorneys, and we'll do whatever it takes to get you what you deserve. Consultations are always free. Call us anytime, 24/7.
Welton Rayom can help. After 40 years, the Big Cheese Miami is still producing great Italian food. They started in 1984. Since then, they've been winning awards while being voted the best inexpensive Italian restaurant in Miami. Visit them for great food, amazing service. Witness the decades of Cane's memories. The walls are like a Miami Hurricanes Hall of Fame. The Big Cheese delivers anything on its menu or party platter menu to your home, office, or even a park for a picnic. Located at 8080 Southwest 67th Avenue, Miami. Call 305-662-6855. TheBigCheeseMiami.com, where they serve large portions at family prices.
The lost city of Atlantis reveals its secrets at Toyota of Hollywood. Get legendary deals on over 2,000 Toyotas, like a 2024 Corolla. Not 24,000, 20,988. Unlock the wonders of 0% financing for 5 full years, 0 down. Rediscover Atlantis at Toyota of Hollywood on 441 between Hollywood Boulevard and Sheridan Street. Open till midnight.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. Or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint, statements, or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyAccess.com, Media Group Inc. ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
All righty, welcome aboard. Time to rock and roll on a beautiful Monday. Hope you all are feeling well. You feeling good, Sean? Huh? You ready? He's ready. He's got the thumbs up. I'm ready to go. Bitcoin has a little dipness going on right now to 63.9. It went down to a little low 63, hanging around the 65 and a half. We are waiting. Tomorrow is explosive. Not really because it's my birthday on October 1st. No. it's not explosive on October 1st because Disney World opened their doors on October 1st. No. There's a lot of important things that happen on October 1st. But really, it's the Bitcoin run will start in October. So maybe not the 1st, maybe the 2nd or the 4th. I don't know. But, maybe the Bitcoin gods say, let's reward O on his birthday and let's start it right there and then. So we got a little bit of a dip right now going on. We've got, and I'll explain a bunch of stuff in a little bit. And we've got, of course, a big game tonight with the Miami Dolphins, a huge game, an enormous game for the Miami Dolphins, an enormous game for certain people in that building, and we'll talk about that. So we've got that. We've got a terrific weekend, right? The Canes started off with an exciting win on Friday night. We talked about it in the post-game show. You can join us. We've always got a post-game show for you. Boy, this one will be late on Saturday. Okay? I mean, this will be late on Saturday, dude. So we'll have your late post-game show. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But anyway, so we've got a lot of stuff going on as always. A lot of things to talk about. Remember, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo. And the man that never wastes any time making a donation every week, maybe twice sometimes, and that is Ho Yoon. Thank you, sir. Right on Venmo. It's like clockwork on Mondays or Tuesdays. You are amazing, sir. Thank you, as always, for supporting our show. And he just puts, have a great week. And, hopefully we'll have a great week, another great Bitcoin week and crypto week, because all kinds of, by the way, any of you on the Star Atlas, yeah, powered by the people. Are you powered by the people? I know I'm powered by the people. Oh, yeah, I'm powered by the people. Anyway, so I figured I'd wear my Star Atlas shirt since it's I got a couple of Star Atlas shirts, actually. So I've been a Star Atlas guy, as you all know. If you really follow the show, I've been talking about Star Atlas for a couple of years now. So it's nice to see it starting. It was actually the strongest crypto over the weekend was Star Atlas. And it did a nice little climb. I'm expecting it to continue to climb. Or I don't know, maybe a little dip might be nice. Maybe I should buy a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe I don't have enough, It's one of those deals. So we'll see. We'll see. We're powered by the people here. Let's see. What do we have? Pre-game tonight at 5:30. 7:30 kickoff. So we will start it off at 5:30 for you. And Sean and I will get you ready for the kickoff, and then we'll be back for the post-game show as always. Appreciate you all out there. Thank you. And let me see. Oh, man, there he is again, Ray Martinez. Thank you, sir, for the love on Venmo. Remember, you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And Ray Martinez, as always, making that Bitcoin donation. Thank you, sir. He says, nice dip. Go Fins. Go. Oh, he's on Star Atlas, too. There we go. You gotta. It's all about the Atlas, baby. How about that? Another one on the Atlas. I don't know how many of you are on the Atlas, but anyway, it's going to be a good ride. I hope. I'm hoping. I mean, the thing is that just under 40% of a penny, it's like at 36,000th of a penny, and it was at 25 cents. So, and I think it's going to surpass the 25 cents, but that's just me. And we've talked about Star Atlas in the past. So nice to see that you're on the Star Atlas bandwagon there. So good shit, as they say. What do we have on the chat board there? True Fin Fan says, if Miami wins, it's in spite of him. Oh, in spite of Mike McDaniel. We'll get into that. Steve Chapman in the house. Let's give Snoop a chance. This is his chance. We talked about it last week. He's got 4 doors, right? Skylar only had 3 doors. He's got 4 doors. So it's good for him. He's got an opportunity. But he's going to have to be magical tonight. You know what I mean? Because I don't think he has a lot of help on the sidelines. NorCal is waking and baking. Way to go, NorCal. Keep it going. Big O and Sean from Oscar Rojas. He's hitting the like button in Melbourne. Says the front office has made a lot of crucial mistakes this year, but the biggest mistake was not going after Henry in the offseason. It's what the coach wants. The coach doesn't want that kind of player. That's not who he's looking for. He's not looking for a power running game. So the front office is appeasing what they want to do. That's all. You can't, now is it a mistake? We'll see. But they went and got Jalen Wright. That's what the coach wants. He wants a guy that's more like Mostert and Achane. And that's what they got. I wanted Henry, but they didn't want to do that. What can I tell you? You know what I'm saying? And I'll explain that one. That one's really easy to explain. Hey, Sean, do me a favor. Give me 15 seconds really quick. I got to blow my nose real quick. Por favor. Go for it.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed. They're breaking into my house! Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV.
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them.
With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation.
Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house! Get out of the house!
Call 1-800-ALARM-NATE.
All right. Let's go. Heat, by the way, are having their media day today. And we'll get some. I don't think anything earth-shattering is coming out of it. It's basketball, dude. Nothing important happens in basketball at this point in time. Nothing important happens in basketball for a long time. But unless there's some trade news or something, Sean, keep up for us there. If anything, somebody demands a trade or I don't know, some real newsworthy note, we'll have Ira on Wednesday, and we'll get a recap of everything going on in the last couple of days with everything. So appreciate all of you out there, as always, keeping it locked. Let's see, what else do we have here? Our prayers, yes, definitely. Pat in Asheville, I reached out to Pat. He's hanging in there. He's doing good. Family's fine. They've got some, they've got some food and water and stuff. But I tried to follow up the last day. I haven't heard from him. Now I know Asheville has been absolutely leveled. And so obviously our prayers are with everybody in Western Carolina, Eastern Tennessee. It has been devastating. This is the kind of stuff, of course, climate change is not real. You know what I mean? But since it's not real, because this stuff happens all the time. And so it shows you how scary this shit is now. It just shows you how scary this stuff is. And it can affect any of us anywhere pretty much. And to see what has happened to Western Carolina and Eastern Tennessee, it's sad. It looks like a war zone, dude. Like, there are people that they're like cut off from the world in certain parts because you're stuck in mountains and valleys. And one of the things you learn, Sean, you saw it right in Seattle. You make one mistake driving and you pass there's no, like in Miami, you could get off on the next street and cut through a neighborhood and come back to the other side and end up you can't do that shit with mountains. It doesn't happen, dude. You know what I'm saying? And in Seattle, it's mountains and rivers and bridges and all kinds of shit that when you make a mistake, it's another 8 miles to the next stop. And you're lucky if you could turn around, that kind of stuff. It might be 2 more exits down or something. It's just wacky. And so when you have this kind of devastation and you only have certain roads and they get destroyed, there's no way in and out. I mean, they're flying in now supplies because they can't truck them in because there are no roads and bridges and stuff. It's brutal, dude. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it is sad. It reminds me in a different way of what happened in Homestead, that the day after Andrew, and you saw all the devastation of all those homes, and you see it there where all these homes were just leveled. There's like 1,000 people missing, and it's crazy, man. Well over 100 now are dead. That Helene just tore through the southeast portion of the country, and man, so definitely our prayers are with Pat in Asheville and everyone else in Asheville, Hendersonville, Boone, and so many of those areas in Western Carolina that have been just absolutely devastated, man. I don't know how the recovery there is going to take forever. And it reminds you of the world we're in now, that it's almost, if you're going to live in areas of mountains and you don't want to live in the valley part of it, because that's where all the water is going to collect. And you want to live in higher ground to kind of avoid that kind of stuff. I mean, these things now, it's affecting all of us now. Now we're going to, when we move or go to new places, we want to find out, is it a flood zone and those kind of things? Because now we're finding out that there are neighborhoods that are complete flood zones. In Central Florida, I saw the story where one neighborhood became a complete flood zone because they built a shopping center and all kinds of stuff, and they built it all on higher ground, and they built all that concrete. And then so the water has to flow somewhere, and it flows right into their neighborhood, and it completely several feet flooded their neighborhood. And that's because what they built next door was built at much higher ground and obviously concrete, and water's got to go somewhere, and it went to their neighborhood, and they didn't know that their neighborhood became the kind of flood zone that it became until it was too late. It's scary. It's scary. What we're going into now is very scary as a society, because we just don't know. It's the unknown, and how bad it's going to get, how much worse it's going to get. And we're all susceptible to it. Jamie Zoria is in the house out in San Jose. Brooklyn Rob. Christian in. Tonight's the game that makes or breaks us. Yeah. I would say, tonight is on Mike McDaniel, dude. That's what this is all about. Mike McDaniel has proven to us that he's a terrific human being. We know that. We know he's a nice man. We know he's got a terrific mind for the game. But he's not a good coach. He's not organized. He cannot counter. And there's a lot of problems with him as a coach. We know he's got intelligence. We know can play design. Yeah. But this is a game that is on a couple of things, but because I'm going to talk about the other thing that this is, but this is something that Mike McDaniel has to do, something he's never done before as a coach. Never done it. He's never shown you. Overcome adversity. When Mike McDaniel gets stifled, he can't counter. He has not proven to us that. Doesn't counter at halftime, doesn't counter in the next series, doesn't counter in the next quarter. It takes him sometimes even a year to counter. Okay? That's what we've learned from him. We've learned from him that when there's adversity, he's not the guy. You saw it on that Thursday night. He loses Tua, and the guy was like a deer in headlights. It looked like emotionally he was crushed. crushed to the point that he could not turn the page, which is what you have to do. Unfortunately, that's how cold and callous it is. But it doesn't matter who the injury is. You must find a way to turn the page right away and get your team refocused on what they have to do at that moment to win the game and how they have to adjust. Something that Spo and something that Shula were just absolutely outstanding at. Or was and is, because one was and one is. And he's holding press conferences right now. So Mike McDaniel's never been that guy. Never been that guy. That's what he has shown us. So what are you going to do? How is your team going to be prepared tonight? Are you going to go in there? Is your team going to make very few mistakes? Because that's how I know your team has responded to the situation, to the urgency, to not wanting to fall to 1-3, to not keep building a bigger hole. So when Tua comes back, it becomes near impossible to climb out of that hole. Because that's your job, dude. Your job is not to ride the coattails of talent, because that's kind of what you've been doing. Your job is to make people overachieve. And unfortunately, so far, I can only say I've watched underachieving. And that's, by the way, that falls on the front office. As much as I love the front office, Flo underachieved, and so has Mike McDaniel. The year Flo got fired, he lost all the tough games at the beginning of the year. What were they? 1-6, 0-7, whatever the hell it was. They were losing all because their entire tough part of the season was the first half. He couldn't win any of the good games. He couldn't build an offensive staff. He couldn't build an offense. He was anti-quarterback. So it screwed him over. He used Jabroni and Fitzpatrick instead of Tua, which he would have won more games with Tua. So he underachieves. Mike McDaniel, they've given you enough talent. You underachieve. First year, you don't even know the down, and that could have been the difference in the playoff game. You could have won that game. You were at midfield, dude. You get that first down, everything changes, and look what you did. And it's been like that so far every year. He has underachieved. They've given you enough talent to win one or two more games every year, and you don't. First year is the only year I can't blame Flo, but the other years I can blame him for stuff because he just didn't handle it right. And I can blame Mike McDaniel. And that falls, unfortunately, on the front office, that both coaches have not really been good enough. And Mike McDaniel has proven not to be good enough. Nice guy, great play designer, can't handle adversity, can't overcome it. Well, tonight's the night. Tonight is when I want to see your team play mistake-free. Tonight is where I want to see your team don't commit a bunch of penalties. Tonight, I want to see you with a responsible game plan. You know you have a limited quarterback. You know his knowledge of the offense is limited. So now you must tailor the offense to his strengths, because he can't play like Tua. So let's see what kind of coaching you can you design it to make him look better. Prove to me. They gave you a tight end. Again, you still refuse to use him. Find a way to use him. You have a new quarterback in there. High percentage passes are to running backs and tight ends. Let's get them involved. This is a huge test for Mike McDaniel. I'm sick and tired of watching an incompetent coach on the sidelines. I don't give a shit anymore about his personality. I don't give a shit anymore about his jokes. I don't care anymore about the cute play designs. I need a real coach on the sidelines. I need a guy that doesn't look lost. I need a guy that I know can coach up a team. I haven't seen that from Mike McDaniel. I've seen a guy that rides the talent's coattails is what he does. It's not because he's really the difference maker. Tua excels in spite of him, not because of him. The only thing Mike McDaniel was good for Tua was confidence. That's it. He doesn't teach Tua how to play. He doesn't teach Tua how to read and react. That's Tua, bro. That's Tua. That's already been there. Go look at the Arizona game and go look at the throw. That throw right there that he made against Peterson, rookies don't make that throw, dude. Rookies just don't make throws like that. Only elite rookie passers, period. Because 25 quarterbacks in the NFL can't make that throw to this day. So it isn't Mike McDaniel. McDaniel helped him with confidence. Tua's a baller without him. But this guy is a detriment to Tua, a detriment to Skyler, a detriment to Snoop, until proven otherwise. Because he doesn't put his players in positions to be successful all the time. He puts them sometimes in positions to be failures because he doesn't know how to manage a game. So tonight, I need to see that you know how to manage a game. I need to see that your team comes in really, really sharp because you desperately need that second victory. Desperately. Okay? These are the two most winnable games of the season right now. Tennessee and the Patriots. And if the coach cannot get it done, there's no reason for him to be the coach for the Miami Dolphins in the future. Let's just be honest. You know, I know what's going to happen. I already told you, I predicted it last year, that if things don't go well, this will be the season that puts him on the hot seat. I told you, this is the hot seat season. And he is, I mean, unfortunately, this is what's going on. Because he won't be fired at the end of the year. They just gave him an extension. No, they'll try to correct it. You know, I've seen this story before. Oh, we're going to work on it. We're going to try this, that, whatever. And then they'll come back and then he'll be fired. I've seen this story before. So, do you want to avoid that? I know I do. I'd like for McDaniel to stay. But he can't stay at this pace. So, tonight, the next 2 weeks are a nice place to start and show the fan base I can coach people up and I can coach a team up in a difficult situation and come up with some big victories. Because believe it or not, if he wins tonight and next week, it might be the two biggest victories of his young career. It might be the most impressive victories of his young career because he did it without a quarterback. He did it in a very difficult situation. And he finally did something he's never done. Coach his way out of adversity. Welton Realm, folks. If you're dealing with any damage from Helene or any other kind of storm damage or a torrential downpour that just showed up, wind damage for your roof starts at 40 miles an hour. I don't know if you know that, but even at 40 miles an hour, it can cause roof damage. I'm not saying every roof, but some roofs are older and they're not in the same shape and they've been beaten up a little bit. And 40 miles an hour can already start to create problems. So if you're noticing any little brown spots or anything like that in the roof, before it gets bad, call Welton Realm. They have their own adjusters. They'll send them over. Then they'll handle the insurance company for you. You won't have to at all. The only thing you're doing is collecting a check from Jeff and Dan. Call them 954-966-4646. Bankruptcy, homeowner property damage, condo damage, personal injury, criminal defense, business owner claims, commercial litigation. Please call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayam. The consultation is completely free. Maybe you have a case and you don't know something happened to you 6 months ago, a year ago, 2 years ago. You don't know. The statute of limitations may not be over. You may still have a case. If you saw a CBS report where a lot of people in Florida have been defrauded by the insurance companies, and if you feel you've been defrauded, please call Jeff Welt and Daniel Rayam, 954-966-4646. All right. Remember, you can make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation, which you know we love that. Ohio John, thank you for the love on Venmo, sir. Very nice of you. What happened to the safeties that struck fear into the wide receivers in the league? When is the last time the Dolphins had a big hitter back there? Oh, God, it's been a long time. They haven't had that intimidating safety in a while, you know, and Holland can definitely be that guy. I love Javon Holland. I know he had a bad week last week when he gave up that play to DK Metcalf, but I mean, you know, he has I've already talked about this. Those guys need to practice a lot more. That's their main problem right now. They need to get a little more playing time, and especially Holland and Poyer and all these cats and Ramsey. They kind of need to get in a groove, you know. So that to me is part of the problem. But yeah, they have not had that safety that scares you in a long time. But I think Holland can be that guy that can scare you if you make a mistake back there. He'll make you pay. I believe that, but we'll see. Let's see. What do we have here? Ray Sosa. Not much interesting games this weekend in the NFL. College football had a better weekend. A couple things. We'll go over the NFL slate. Costa Nostra says, I'm anticipating a Richardson, Flacco, Huntley, Boyle situation tonight for Miami to win. Just win, man. If it takes Huntley and Boyle, if it only takes Huntley, if it only takes Boyle, I don't care, bro. Just win. You better win. Ocala Joe is in the house. Let's hope the Finns can surprise you with an early birthday present and a win tonight. I'm hitting the button as we speak. Thank you, sir. Thank you for hitting that like button. Very, very, very important. Smash that like button. Over 240 people watching. We only have 78 likes. Come on, man. Hit that like button. You guys could easily get us over 200. Easily. Jack Roldan says, I find it so hard to be positive about this season, almost like I just want to blow it all up and start over. I know, Jack. We all have that same frustrations, dude. But the reality is, Tua's going to come back. He's set to come back. So he's set to come back. He's going to try to win. That's how he thinks. That's how he plays. That's how he leads his life. We just got to hope he's smart. But because of that, then you've got to do your best on the team side and the coaching side and find a way to keep your season alive. Because if he gets back and you're 1-4, 1-5, that's a disaster. It puts you behind the 8 ball, and it's so difficult to come back from that. So, unfortunately, we have to ride this out with the rest of them. But I feel your frustrations, dude. We all do. We all have the same frustrations. Omar Lopez, Giovanni is in St. Louis watching. J-Town says, just got my power back in South Carolina, praying for all the folks who have much worse conditions than I'm experiencing. Yes, I mean, Jesus Christ. So the Carolinas are brutal right now, and Tennessee too. Fins Up says, this game tonight is a must-win. I hope it works out for us. So do I. Brian Walters is smashing it. All AFC teams lost this weekend. Let's not squander the chance to get back in it, says Gus 1388. Two-a-time Mostert out again. Yeah, probably. You got no Fuller, no, what's it called? Armstead also. Two-a-time hoping to take the W. George Gross in the house. Yader Castro. Want some positive energy for a Dolphins win. Bernardo Joseph. Mike Gallagher says season ends tonight in Finn's style fashion. Ouch. Papa in the house. Luis Guillermo says, unfortunately, the general manager is very much to blame for signing players who have a tendency to get injured and not fixing the offensive line so many years. Have a great week, Big O. Yeah, it's kind of a catch-22 because the people that are coaching, they don't want to spend in the middle, and then the front office doesn't spend in the middle. They do spend on their tackles, and they'll draft high in their tackles, but the guards and the centers, somehow or another, these guys don't put a priority on it. It's weird. True Fin Fan says it's a terrible time for our Dolphins, but seeing the Jets look how they have against the winless Titans, the dreadful Broncos, and Buffalo get destroyed has me feeling good. Yeah, but Dolphins have to take care of business in order to feel good. You know what I'm saying? That you can't feel good about that unless the Dolphins do their part. Because it's what others have said. The division lost. You got to do your part and win so you can kind of get back in this thing and have some hope. You win, you get hope. You lose, there's even less hope because you lost to the Titans again. You lost to Will Levis again, and Mike McDaniel can't overcome adversity again. It's bad. It's bad. Brian Radke is in the house. He's out in California. Think Blue Dodgers. Luis Notare, Brian Landis, Frankie Fresco. Let's give the rush from the Canes versus Virginia Tech a victory cigar. Frankie, come on, bro. The video shows the ball bobbling. I mean, I get it, bro. You're a Gator fan, but, you know, like, pay attention to what went on. It wasn't even possession. So it's like, you know, it starts to make you look kind of stupid, bro. You know, if you want me to be just brutally honest on it, you know, if it was a bad call, then you can do that, but it wasn't a bad call. It was the right call. Wow. I get you're frustrated. Your Gators suck and all that, but, you know, brother, come on. Jack Roldan. You are the man. Thank you, sir. For the love on Cash App. You think Tua's our QB next year? Yes, I do. Yes. Yeah, Jack, unless he has, you know, another concussion. And then that might be, you know, then you may have an issue, my friends. But if he's your quarterback, he's going to be your quarterback next year if he survives the season without another concussion. There's no doubt about that, my friend. No doubt about that. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That is Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo, just like Jack Roldan did. And you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. And QR codes. Let's show them, Sean. We got QR codes here for Cash App and Venmo to make it nice and easy for you, because sometimes people have a hard time with Cash Big O Show. You can use the Venmo code there, the QR code, to make the donation. And then on Cash App, we have the same thing with the QR code. You can use the QR code for Cash App to make the donation, Cash App or Venmo. We always say that because, yeah, we have the super chats, but stinking YouTube takes 30% of the donation, whereas here we get 100% of the donation. So it's a lot better for the platform, as always. All right. Let's get to it, bro. Let's talk a little. Let's see what's going on in the world of crypto and Bitcoin. And let's get to our R&M contractors and custom drywall, Bitcoin and crypto reports. And the what's it called? The Crypto Bro Show is coming back very, very soon. It'll be within the show, but the Crypto Bro Show is coming daily for you guys. Okay, just in case, just so you'll know, because you guys wanted the Crypto Bro Show. You're going to get it. It's going to come daily, but it'll be within this show, and we will have it, and we will. It is all getting started. It'll be coming up shortly. Might be tomorrow, might be the next day, but Crypto Bro Show will be starting very, very soon. We've got a lot of indicators this month for crypto. You've got U.S. and China starting aggressive rate cuts, which is a beautiful thing. There's only 35 days left till the election. If Trump wins, it'll be the first pro-crypto president. FTX, by the way, is going to dish out $16 billion in stimulus distributions this week because of all the money that was, they found all the money. See, it's funny how the media, they reported the FTX collapse and all that stuff and all that. How come the media is not reporting with the same kind of vigor that they have all the money, they found all the money, and everybody is getting the money back with interest? Is the media reporting that? No, because it's not negative. Anyway, is Elizabeth Warren, that stupid bitch, is she reporting that? Because she said it's all criminals and all that stuff, when it's really the criminality happens mostly with cash. Rarely with crypto, because they can track everything on the... But, Elizabeth Warren doesn't tell you that because she wants to lie to you. Like a lot of the Dems lie about the blockchain and crypto and Bitcoin. But anyway, so that 16 billion, a lot of that is going to get reinjected into the crypto universe because a lot of those people are hardcore crypto folks, and they're going to get back into Bitcoin and some others. Let's see. Now, you got a little bit of a dip here. It could be that China has had a dip in their market. Japan. Japan had a 5% dip in their stock market today. That's crazy. Okay. That's like an enormous dip. So that's part of it. Also, there are speculators that are going to do 40 by 4,000 collateral per month, where they try to control the short-term price. And what they do, these are hedge funds that are doing this kind of stuff. And so they're either shorting or longing the market and that kind of stuff. So you might have a little bit of a dip because of that. What else do we have going on? Jobless claims is going to come out this week. Job openings comes out on Tuesday. The jobless claims comes out on Thursday. Unemployment rate coming out on Friday. Today, Powell is going to talk. So you've got a lot of things that could be moving the market one way or the other. Hong Kong's biggest bank, ZA Bank, got approval for crypto trading. Okay. Bitcoin is closing somewhere in the 9 to 10% area for the month of September, which is one of the best Septembers. I think actually it's the best September ever in Bitcoin history in 15 years. And usually when you have a strong September, the final 3 months are even bigger gains than normal. Okay. 94% of Bitcoin addresses are in profit. Shows you that the smart people are buying early and holding and letting it grow. What else do we have? China's stock market, by the way, while Japan went down 5%, China's stock market went up 4% today, a total of 16% over the last 5 days after the stimulus was given out. Okay. And Taiwan's Financial Supervisory Commission now is allowing professional investors to invest in foreign products like Bitcoin and crypto ETFs. And because of that, okay, Taiwan now is also, thriving, and they're up 22%. Right? Is it? Yeah, 22%. Because of that, Taiwan is now up 22%, their stock market, because they allowed Bitcoin investors, or they're allowing their professional companies to invest in Bitcoin and crypto. So now they're up 22%. By the way, Ohio State Senator Niraj Antani has introduced a bill to require Ohio to accept Bitcoin for taxes. So the state of Ohio says, you want to pay your taxes in Bitcoin? Please do. Whoa, this is moving faster than what you think. Okay? Faster than what you think. All right. I hope we see a head coach that adjusts to the players he has, but mistake-free in placing the bar too high. That ain't happening. Well, Randy, it better happen, because that's what you're going to need in order to win. A team that doesn't make mistakes and a team that knows how to get it done. If Finns can't win today, you might as well pencil in a 1-5 when Tua comes back. Sucks. What else? Good morning from upstate New York, says Chris Daughtry. At least we don't have to worry about the O-line. Thanks, Greer. Big next couple of weeks for McDaniel coming. Fins up. Yes, sir. They're going to get the job numbers right this time, or report by 800K the last time. Just asking. You know that's happened several times, right? In the history. It happened like another time, like 15 years ago. Yeah, because it's not really the government. It's entities like what's it called? Goldman Sachs and that they make those estimates, and then it gets readjusted. So, but it's something that has happened before, where it's happened a couple times in history where they've had to readjust the numbers. The dirty thing is not to adjust the numbers and to keep them wrong. You know what I'm saying? So what's the other one that I was thinking of now? Oh man. So they kind of use, it's kind of it's not just done by the government, it's actually done with other businesses, because they're the ones that are kind of doing the hiring and all that kind of stuff, and they're the ones kind of tracking all that stuff. But yeah, that's happened a few times in our history where those guesstimations aren't on target. But either way, it's still a lot of jobs that have been created. So, that's it is what it is, whether you like it or not. But they have opened way more factories than closed. So that is the facts, whether you like it or not. I don't really care, because I'm not a fan of this this group of individuals that are in place, because all I've done is rip those idiots for the last 4 years for a lot of shit that they've done. But in that one case, that's where blue kills red, is creation of jobs. I mean, that's been going on since the 80s till now. Blue creates way more jobs than red. That's always been the case. So, if you want facts, that's all. Just in case if there was any of that there, because I don't care about either side, but I do call it like I see it. On July 18th, you mentioned Bitcoin being 100K by December. What's your projection now? Easily 100K. Easily. Not even worried about it. They might be 100K by November. Yeah. So, might be 100K by November. The greed is going to, you see Ohio, you see what's going on in Taiwan, you see what's going on all over the world. They're all, it's going to happen, dude. And the rich and powerful are the ones leading the way now. Before it was us, retail. Now it's the rich and powerful. So, yeah, 100,000 maybe by November already. But definitely my prediction by December, easy. I'm not even worried about that. I'm hoping 100 plus, like maybe 110, 120. That's what I'm hoping for. But yeah, we'll get to 100K. I have no concerns about that at all. Look at all the shit that's happened. And we're still in the 60s. FTX collapse. The government, Biden and Warren and all those assholes have done everything they can with Chokehold 2.0 and everything to stop crypto, and they can't. They can't stop Bitcoin. All those assholes have tried to bring it down every way possible. Okay? And Harris still dances around it. She gives me nothing that says, I mean, I know Trump doesn't, but Trump doesn't ever have any plans for anything. He just talks shit. But at least if I wanted to believe in anything Harris is different than Biden, specifically give me something. She hasn't given me shit either. So I'm going to throw her in the same lump with the rest of the shitty Democrats when it comes to crypto. I'm not going to trust any of them as far as I can throw those assholes. But you figure Three Arrows Capital, we have Celsius, we have Germany selling $2 billion of Bitcoin. We have the U.S. selling some of their Bitcoin. I mean, there are so many negative indicators that have happened, and we're still in the 60s, in the middle 60s, screwing around with the former high, which was 67.6 or something, 67.5 or whatever it was. Now it's 73.3. Okay, but we're screwing around in the former high with all of this negativity that was out there. Plus, we have the media, which is fucking stupid when it comes to this. They know nothing about crypto. They write and comment on it without knowing anything about it, without understanding the blockchain, without understanding Bitcoin, without understanding anything. Yesterday, there's a friend of mine that I try to help him out, right? And yesterday I reached my point, like, dude, I'm done with you. Like, he's like, well, no, I'm waiting for another major dip because now I see the ceiling. And I was like, okay, you still haven't picked up on anything, because if you think you see the ceiling right now, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. Ceiling's going to have 7 digits, not 70 or 80. And that's what he's thinking, because there's a lot of you out there that you saw that it went to 73. So, well, I'll wait till it goes to 80 and then I'll sell. Stupid. So it's like, and he's a friend, but whatever. If he listens, then he may know I'm talking about him, but I'll tell him straight to his face that, you haven't learned a damn thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I try to help you, but you haven't learned a damn thing. So I'm done with you now. You know what I mean? I'm like officially done with your ass. Like, you're not getting anything else from me. Don't ask me. Nothing. I'm done with you. When I realize I'm wasting my fucking time with you, I am done with you, dude. You know what I'm saying? So it's all good. Hey, Donald Pump, do you want to get blocked? Do you want to get blocked? Is a question. Do you want to get blocked? That's all. Do you want to get blocked? No, I'm not going to say anything else. Let's get into our 3A Graphics sports calendar and the great Alan Blanco. Of your company, your corporation, your school, your business, you need custom printing and embroidery. Reach out to 3A Graphics, 786-618-1443. Inter and Charlotte played to a 1-1 tie. Inter still leads, of course, massively with 65 points. For the Supporters Shield, Wednesday, they will take on Columbus at 7:30. UM defeats Vatek in a thriller on Friday night, 38-34. It does drop Miami to number 8 in the country. They will now take on Cal on Saturday at 10:30. And yeah, I'll have a post-game show, and it'll be really, really late. Miami, by the way, is favored by 12.5 to open up the week. Over and under is 55. In the NFL, Rashee Rice is feared to have suffered a torn ACL in the Chiefs-Bills game last night. Packers wide receiver Christian Watson suffers a high ankle sprain. No word yet on how long he'll miss. Tonight, we've got 2 games in the NFL slate, Dolphins and Titans. That's at 7:30. Dolphins are now favored by 2.5, up from 1 to 2.5. I'm glad I bet it at 1. Anyway, over and under is 37. Will I be glad? I hope so. Anyways, at 8:15, Seahawks and Lions. That is your 3A Graphics sports calendar. All right. Yes, sir.
Sham Sharania reporting Basketball Hall of Famer Dikembe Mutombo has passed away at 58 years old due to brain cancer.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I just saw that right now. Wow. Holy shit, dude. Every day's a blessing, man. Every damn day's a blessing. Wow. $58, man. That's what I'm going to be tomorrow. Oh. That's sad. We had John Ashton, Sergeant Taggart from Beverly Hills Cop, pass away over the weekend at 76. When you saw Beverly Hills Cop 4, he didn't look good. You know, not for nothing, but like my wife and I, when we were watching it, we're like, wow, he looks, because he was kind of skinny and he kind of looked disheveled already at that point, and now he passes away. Sad. We also lost Chris Christopherson. He passed away at the age of 88. And so, man, what a weekend. John Ashton, Chris Christopherson, and now Dikembe Mutombo. Wow. And Mutombo, Mutombo does so many good things for people. His heart was way bigger than his body, his self, because you're talking about a guy that was larger than life when you talk about his personality and everything. And yet his heart was the biggest thing that he ever produced, because, man, that guy was constantly giving back and producing for his people too. Wow. It's like Billy Joel says, only the good die young. Only the good die young. And Dikembe Mutombo, the world lost a really good man in Dikembe Mutombo. A really good man. Wow. What a shame. Damn. All right. Let's see. True Fin says, block the fool. All he does is troll on the show. What can you expect from it? Yeah, no, that's what I saw. I mean, I can't see everything that gets, put on the chat board, because a lot of people are, but once I see you that you're just an idiot and you're abusing, and, you'll be blocked, and we'll get rid of your stupid ass, So I have no problem, as you all know. But he checked himself after I said it. So maybe he gets it. Maybe he doesn't want to be a troll. But he was doing troll-like things. And by the way, we don't care about the Marlins here. Okay? So we don't even talk Marlins. Although I will say this about the Marlins. one minor note about the Marlins. One small note about the Marlins. Congratulations to Skip Schumacher. That is awesome for you, dude. You got eliminated that last year. The people around the league know you're a good manager. Everybody knows that you were in a shit situation with a shit owner, a shit team, a shit product that doesn't care about winning, that has no money, and they're broke ass. So you'll get a job, dude. I'm happy for you, Skip Schumacher. Super happy for Skip Schumacher. This is a great day, bro. Gotta tell you, man. You know, and a lot of times I try to give you a perspective. If, you know, I'm old, bro. A lot of shit has happened to me in my life. And if I can actually compare something that's happened to me compared to Skip Schumacher, I'll do it. QAM. My final year. So I already knew that my boss did not like me, was not supporting me. You know, my first meeting with the guy, right? I'm producing more money than anybody on that station except Joe Rose. Okay. All right. More sponsors than every other show. Hawk and Crowder have 2 guys, and I had more sponsors than both of them combined. Okay. Put it that way. And every show had 2 producers or 2 or 3 people on the show. I was one guy, like I've always been one guy, solo, and I had one producer. And he was a terrific kid. He's still there, Solana. He's much better now, obviously, because he's experienced. But I got him right when he started, and he had no Rolodex, no nothing, so he really couldn't book guests, right? So I asked for a experienced producer to help me out to, you know. So the guy goes to me, just met me. This is like he's a first weekend. Just met me. Technically, not really. We'll get into that one as a follow-up. So you know the scumbag business this is. So he says, well, no, we think that the hosts have to help out in booking the guests. You know? And I go, well, wait a minute. I'm producing more money than all the shows except Joe. And everybody has 2 or 3 hosts and 2 producers. I only have 1. Oh, that's not how it works. Mind you, these are the same people and this guy who reached out to me, okay, through his assistant while I'm under contract with QAM, and he's at 790, illegally reaching out to me to try to bring me over to 790. Same dude. Used his assistant that weighs a lot to, you know, reach out to me, you know, illegally. So I knew right away my days were numbered. So one day we were getting closer to my option, and one day I'm preparing for the show, and I knew that there was something that they put out some stuff. Hey, you know, try not to talk about anything that happens to any of our people in the company or whatever. So Craig Carton did some dirty ass shit in New York about, you know, some embezzling crap or whatever. So and he was under our umbrella. So I made fun of it. And I'm sure that's what, you know, got him to that point, and he fired me. And I've been free ever since. So I didn't tell you the part about ever, you know, if you've listened to the show over time, I've told this story, but I added the extra portion of that it's the same person that reached out to me illegally when I was under contract for another company. See, you know, if you listen to the show all the time, you'll get some nuggets. You'll get some stuff. You'll get some dirt, real dirt on what's really going on. You know, so I feel Skip Schumacher has the feeling I had. Okay. Because the HR guy looked at me and goes, are you all right? I've never seen anybody so happy. And I go, dude, I'm super happy. I know what I want to do. I've been wanting to get out of here. This is what I wanted to do. So, it's just funny. It's funny. It's hilarious how the shit that happens in this business. So I know exactly how Skip Schumacher feels working for a shitty company and people that aren't supporting you and all that, and you want to just get out and go to another place. In his case, he wants to go to another team. In my case, I wanted my freedom because I knew that the business was going to platforms, that radio was dying. So I figured, okay, I'm one of those guys that can stand on my own. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody at all these stations can go and stand on their own. That's the problem. Most of them can't. So I felt like I could. And, Lord has blessed me with amazing sponsors, amazing support and listeners, and we're fine. You know what I'm saying? But I know how Skip Schumacher feels right now. And let me tell you something. He is super happy right now. I am so happy for him because he'll go to a team now that actually will try to win. What a concept. What a concept. Skip Schumacher goes to a team that actually is trying to win. Let's take a quick break. Hour number 2. It'll be a short one next.
Welcome to Caneswear. New store, new items, same great experience. Family owned and operated since 2010, Caneswear has the latest merchandise from the Miami Hurricanes, Miami Dolphins, Florida Panthers, Inter Miami CF, and more. Come visit us at our store in Davie on University Drive, just south of 595, or online at caneswear.com. Caneswear, the spot Miami fans shop.
When presenting an award to an employee, athlete, executive, or fantasy GM, make sure you call Orvieto's Awards and More. For 35 years, these custom award specialists have been providing plaques, trophies, custom framing, while providing state-of-the-art laser and computerized engraving, UV printing, and glass crystal etching. They do all their engraving and printing in-house for quality control. Call Charles at 305-949-8098 or visit them at orvietosawards.com. Orvieto's Awards and More, where recognition is rewarding. Welton Rayom has more than 62 years of litigation experience handling insurance disputes. They're committed to resolving even the toughest insurance claims quickly. Call them for a free consultation. 954-966-4646. At Welton Rayom, they don't get paid unless you win. Property damage claims to your home, business, or condo as a result of a hurricane. Welton Rayom can help. Water, mold, fire, smoke damage, Welton Rayom can help. Call 954-966-4646.
Oh, great. You have a doorbell camera. Now you have a front row seat to your house getting robbed. They're breaking into my house! Ooh, there goes the TV. I'm sure it'll turn up at the pawn shop.
No, not the TV!
Just because you can see them, that doesn't mean you can stop them.
With Slogans, you get 24-hour monitoring, a free home security system, and professional installation.
Plus, free doorbell camera, one that'll actually work for you.
Get out of my house!
Get out of the house! Call 1-800-ALARM-ME.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
If you're looking to take your home or business to the next level, then RM Contractors and Custom Drywall can assist you. RM specializes in new residential turnkey, new commercial turnkey, home and office remodeling. Call them for free estimates. Serving all of South Florida, licensed and insured. Call Ray or Mike, 305-345-3649. You work hard to create the perfect atmosphere. You dream it, we'll build it. RM Contractors and Custom Drywall, 305-345-3649. 3649 or Instagram at RMC Fisher Island.
The viewpoint statements or beliefs expressed on the following program by the host, guests, or callers are not necessarily the opinions of FantasyXS.com, Media Group Inc., ownership, management, sponsors, or website. When it comes to South Florida sports teams, very few in the media have witnessed, lived, and covered it like the Big O. Let's start the program dedicated to your favorite South Florida teams with a passion that's unmatched. The Big O Radio Show is on. Here's the Big O.
There we go. Now we're in. Don't forget, folks, you can always make a donation, Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show, Cash App or Venmo, and you can make a Bitcoin or Ethereum donation. You can use the QR code that's there for Venmo. We also have the QR code for Cash App also that you can use. Either way, you can make a donation and help us grow one way or the other. And we can travel and do all kinds of stuff and cover all kinds of things. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Big O, you have busted your ass to keep it real. Thank you, DJ Gallagher. Well, your Gallagher's down there. It's under Marino, but anyways, thank you, DJ Gallagher. I appreciate you. DJ Gallagher gave me a real Gallagher. Can you see it? If I take out the ibis, can you see it? See, there you go. It's a Gallagher. You can't tell, right? You can't tell. That's a Gallagher machine right under Marino. But anyway. So I'm going to have this whole thing rearranged soon. This whole thing. It'll be a wider shot and all that kind of stuff. I'm trying to figure it all out. But I got so many things that I got to put back there and display it, you know, to really show all the stuff that you guys have given me over the years. Ray Sosa says you have made the right choice. Oh, this platform helped your career. Definitely. Oh my God. It helped my career. It was a blessing. It was freedom. I don't have to answer to anybody. It's awesome, dude. You know, I get to do what I want whenever I want. I run the show. I control the content. We control the sponsors, all that kind of stuff. Nobody controls us. No corporation, no nothing. And it is beautiful. It's me and Sean, and we don't answer to a damn thing, you know, and it is awesome. And then you guys, you know, carry us. That's it. That's all we need, man. That's all we need. We'll do our job. You guys give us the love, and the sponsors give us the support, and we'll survive. There we go. Let's protect the shield. Think Blue Dodger says he's smoking up in this LA traffic. Always a blessing, Big O on the way. Thank you. Always blasting, Big O on the way. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'll be in LA soon. Can't wait. I have a hell of a week in LA. Speaking of music, let me, you know, you might as well say that before I go over the NFL stuff that I want to do. And the key thing for tonight in the Dolphins, I got one key thing that has to happen, and we're going to get to that. First of all, let's start off with some birthdays, right? Let's do that. Born on this date with musicians, all right, on September 30th. Ben Lovett, musician, plays guitar, accordion, and percussion, and keyboard and piano for Mumford and Sons. Let's see. Trey Anastasio, singer, guitarist for Fish, born in this date in 1964. Robbie Takak, right? I think is how it's pronounced. Bassist for the Goo Goo Dolls. Let's see who else celebrating birthdays today. Gibby Haynes, lead singer of the Butthole Surfers. It's got to be one of my favorite band names out there. So you're a punk band and you want to come. Why don't we call ourselves the Butthole Surfers? Yeah, it's a great idea. John Lombardo from 10,000 Maniacs, born on this date in 1952. Mark Bolan, born as Mark Field, guitarist, singer, songwriter, and lead singer for the glam rock band T-Rex, Hall of Famer. I don't know why, but okay. Anyway, Sylvia Peterson from the Chiffons, born on this date in 1946 for the all-girl group. Marilyn McCoo, the smoking hot Marilyn McCoo. You don't have to be a star, baby, to be in my show. And she was also in the Fifth Dimension, of course. And Solid Gold. Marilyn McCoo, born in this date in 43. Hot, too, I remember. It was one of the reasons why I wanted to watch Solid Gold, because Marilyn McCoo was on. I remember that. She was, what do you want me to do? Frankie Lyman, singer for Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, born in this date in 1942. We lost him in 68. And Dewey Martin from the Dillards and Buffalo Springfield, born on this date in 1942. We lost him in 2009. The crooner, the amazing voice that is Johnny Mathis, born on this date in 1935. Still with us, too, by the way. And Sissy Houston, gospel singer, mother of Whitney Houston. She was born in this date in 1933. That's one hell of a list today for musicians and birthdays. One hell of a list. All right, let's go with regular birthdays today of other famous folk celebrating birthdays. Maddie Ziegler, actress. She is 22 years old. T-Pain is 40 years old. Max Verstappen, race car driver, is 27. Let's see. Also celebrating a birthday, Lacey Chabert, movie actress, 42. If I only knew TikTok and YouTube stars. Kieran Culkin, 42, actor. Fran Drescher, 67. Landon Dickerson, football player, is 26. Tony Hale, TV actor, is 54. Oliver Giroud, futbolista, is 38. Barry Williams, TV actor, is 70. Is Barry still with us? Yeah, he is, right? Yeah, he's still with us. Okay. And that is it for famous folk. Sean, do you have any? By the way, Christopher Jackson, stage actor, is 49. I almost missed him, just in case. Look it up if you don't know. You'll know who he is. Anyway, do we have any wrestlers, sir, born on this date?
We do. Quite a big list. Candice Michelle, born on this date in 1978. Eli Cottonwood was born on this date in 1974. Chris Von Erich, the Von Erich that's kind of left out of the Iron Claw, was born on this date in 1969. Unfortunately, we lost him at only 21 years old in 1991. Adam Pac-Man Jones was born on this date in 1983. And whose house? Swerve's house. Swerve Strickland was born on this date in 1990. And I found out on my list, they don't like AEW apparently, because there's no AEW wrestlers listed. I have to go and find them. So those are your birthdays for September 30th, 2024.
I think it's Frankie's fault because he's a Gators fan. So
everything is Frankie's fault.
Yeah, it's usually Frankie's fault. Let's see. Now let's go to a little music history. On this date in 1997, the Rolling Stones released their 23rd American studio album, Bridges to Babylon. In 2008, Disney released Nightmare Revisited, a cover album of songs from the hit 93 film The Nightmare Before Christmas, featuring new arrangements by Korn, Amy Lee of Evanescence, and Marilyn Manson. In 2013, Fitz and the Tantrum made history when their song Out of My League went to #1 on the alternative song charts. It took a record 33 weeks on the charts for the tune to reach the summit. In 2008, Tom Morello released The Fabled City, the second studio album as the Night Watchman. It featured guest appearances from Serge Tankian and Perry Farrell. That's what happened today in music history. Oasis has announced a tour, and it's not a long one here in North America. There's only going to be a few dates. So if you plan on going to the Oasis shows here in North America, well, guess what? You have 5 opportunities and 5 alone. August 24th of 2025, Toronto at Rogers Stadium. August 28th, Chicago, Soldier Field. August 31st, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium. September 6th, Los Angeles, the Rose Bowl. And September 12th, Mexico City, Estadio GMP Seguros. That's it. Those are the 5 dates. I don't know which one I want to go to. I'm thinking September 6th in Los Angeles. Only because I can go for like a week and I know there'll be like, 3 other shows that I'll go to for sure. It's that or go to East Rutherford, go to New York and hope for the same thing. But if I go, I want to go somewhere where I know there's going to be multiple concerts. So that's where I'm at. Like, the Los Angeles trip that I'm going with Sean. I am going to go see Patti Smythe on Thursday when I arrive. The on Friday. And then I'm going to see Dirty Honey Saturday at Troubadour and Sunday at the Whiskey A Go-Go. I get to see Dirty Honey twice. But I get to see them at the Troubadour and the Whiskey A Go-Go. I get to see them at 2 legendary bars. I've already seen a concert at the Troubadour. I saw the Bangles there. Now I get to see Dirty Honey. So that's kind of a thing for me. I want to see now I got to see somebody perform at the Rainbow. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Anyway, what do we have here on the chat board? Go to the first few shows in case. Oh, go to the first few shows in case they start fighting. Yeah, or better yet, go to the European shows first. They may not even get to the States. Patriots coach Gerard Mayo in his morning news conference with reporters, Jacoby is 100% our starter, and that's how we're going to look at it going forward. That's fine. I mean, you want to be stupid, you go ahead and be stupid. It really is amazing to me. We talked about Dikembe Mutombo passing away, John Ashton, Sergeant Taggart passing away, and Chris Christopherson. And the Chris Christopherson story is actually an amazing story, and one that is proof that that you should never quit on your dream. And I don't give a shit what it is, dude. If you want to be a sushi chef, if you want to be a salesperson of whatever product you're motivated to sell, if you want to be a broadcaster, if you want to be an athlete, if you want to be a musician, an artist, a teacher, whatever it is that you want to do and want to be, whatever that dream of yours is, you should chase it, dude. Because if you don't chase it, it becomes an empty hole in your being. And it's something that you'll always wonder, what if I really wanted to be this and I didn't try it? I could have been good at it. I don't know. And then we all live with regrets. Every one of us in life will live with regrets. Okay? And you could be 20 years old and you'll have a regret. You could be 30, 40, 50, about to be 58. everybody has regrets. Something you didn't do, something you didn't accomplish, a dream you didn't follow, a job you didn't go after, a person you didn't try to love, or try to go after also to see if you could have had a relationship with. Whatever, we all have some regret somewhere. So Chris Christopherson is chasing his dream. Christopherson worked odd jobs in Nashville, including a gig as a janitor at Columbia Recording Studios in Nashville, where he met June Carter, and he gave her a tape to give to Johnny Cash. Weeks later, in a move that would become Nashville legend, Christopherson landed a helicopter on Cash's lawn to get his attention. Though, contrary to popular myth, he later said Cash was not home at the time. The bold move did get his attention, and Cash cut out one of his songs from the tape, Sunday Morning Comin' Down, which became a huge hit and won Christopherson a CMA award. His song, Now in Demand, Christopherson earned a slew of cuts as a songwriter over the next few years, including classic hits for Jerry Lee Lewis, One More with Feeling, Farron Young's Your Time's Comin', For the Good Times, Ray Price's and Waylon Jennings' The Takers, and Sammy Smith's rendition of Help Me Make It Through the Night, For the Good Times, who won the 1970 ACM Award for Song of the Year, while Sunday Morning Comin' Down took the same title that year at the CMAs. Christopherson then launched a solo career in the wake of that attention, releasing a self-titled debut album in 1970. It was initially unsuccessful, but became a success when it was reissued under the title Me and Bobby McGee the following year, after Janis Joplin scored a posthumous hit with the song. In his second album, The Silver-Tongued Devil and I was a success, yielding a hit, Loving Her Was Easier Than Anything I'll Ever Do Again. And while his third, Border Lord, was a commercial disappointment, Christopherson's fourth album, 72's Jesus Was a Capricorn, scored a success with Why Me, which went on to become one of his best-known songs. Anyway, bottom line is, the man did anything and everything possible, including obviously renting a helicopter to land on Johnny Cash's lawn. You got to chase your dream, man. You got to chase your dream and do whatever the hell you have to do to get to that dream. And it's get that tape, get that interview, get that resume, get that presentation, whatever it is that we all have to do in order to get whatever job we want. Do it, man. Do it. Because the worst thing is to have to live with the regret. And as you get older, you always have regrets. So use them as lessons, because you don't want to build one regret on top of another, on top of another, on top of another. That becomes a really bitter situation. So chase it, man. Chase whatever it is. And Chris Christopherson, rest in peace at 88 years old. Chris Christopherson had a life and a half, okay? Most of us will never live the life that Chris Christopherson has led. That dude lived it right, lived it good, okay? Hey, let's go around the NFL. Last night, Vikings over the Packers, 31-29. Man, Minnesota is 4-0, dude. 4-0. Impressive. Sam Darnold, 20 of 28, 275, 3 touchdowns and interception. For the year, Sam Darnold is completing nearly 69% of his passes, 68.9. 932 yards in 4 games, 11 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And he has always been a turnover machine. And somehow or another, he has controlled the turnovers. Hopefully that will continue for him. But it's, we've seen it that sometimes some players, it takes them several years to figure it out. Did Sam Darnold finally figure it out? We'll find out. It'll be interesting. Colts over Pittsburgh, 27-24. Pittsburgh drops to 3-1, which is amazing. They could have been 4-0. Joe Flacco won 16 of 26, 168 yards, 2 touchdowns. And Anthony Richardson cannot stay healthy. Shoulder injury. So being big and physical and all that and strong and running fast doesn't help either, huh? You know, I know that Tua is not big and strong and fast, so, you know, that's why he can get caught and get hurt. But Anthony Richardson, I mean, he's the big, strong, fast guy, and he's constantly getting hurt. A lot of quarterbacks get hurt all the time, right? Joe Burrow gets hurt all the time. He almost got hurt yesterday when that lineman went right into his ankle. Holy shit. Broncos over the Jets. That was funny to see Aaron Rodgers. Dude, Aaron Rodgers was 24 of 42. 42 throws to get 225 yards. 5.4 yards per reception. No touchdowns, no interceptions. He lost to Bo Nix, who was 12 of 25 for 80 yards. Bo Nix averaged 2.4 yards per reception. But he threw a touchdown. Rodgers didn't. Anyways, Jets dropped to 2-2. Bucks over the Eagles, 33-16. Bucks improved to 3-1. Philly drops to 2-2. Baker Mayfield, 30 of 47, 7.4 yards per reception. By the way, he was 30 of 47 for 347 yards. 30 of 47. You take the 3 from 30 and the 47, and that's what he had in yards, 347. Just wanted to throw it out there. 2 touchdowns. He also had 4 rushes for 10 yards and another touchdown on the ground. He had 3 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield. Took him a couple years, figured it out, right place. Here's the other thing I have about Baker Mayfield / Tua Tagovailoa. Tua, are you watching? Baker doesn't have this gun. Your arm is as strong as Baker, maybe stronger. Same, I don't know. Not much of a difference. Neither one of you guys are big guys. Neither one of you guys are very athletic. Neither one of you guys are very fast. Neither one of you guys should be taking on tacklers. Neither one of you guys should try to break tackles. Neither one of you guys should be hanging on to the ball for 4 or 5 seconds. But Baker Mayfield understands that. Tua, you did it last year, bro. You can do it again. Watch Baker Mayfield. He just throws the ball. And if he runs, it's because he has open field, and that's it. He's not trying to take on tacklers or anything like that. I mean, I'm watching Baker, and I'm like, this is what I need Tua to do. He did it last year. Just play the game, dude. Just play the game. Don't try to do more than anything else. Just play the game. Slide. Don't take on any tacklers. Just play the game. That's all. Tampa doesn't need Baker Mayfield to run for 40 yards or 70 yards or 100 yards. They don't need that. They don't need him to take on tacklers. They don't need him to tackle people. They just need him to sit back there, throw the ball. That's it. Let Mike Evans and everybody else make plays, dude. That's what I was frustrated about watching Baker Mayfield, because I'm like, this is what I need from you, Tua. I know you can do this, bro. You did it last year. So when you come back, for once in your life, play smart football all the time. Stop being stupid. Stop doing the shit that gets you in trouble. Man. It's just crazy stuff, dude. It really is. Now, the reverse is the game I'm going to talk about, because, see, you don't need Tua to go run and take on tacklers and all that kind of stuff. You don't need Baker Mayfield to do that. But did you notice what happened last night in the Ravens-Bills game? I don't know. There's a host out there that tells you all the time that these certain athletic quarterbacks, if they don't run, they're not very effective. Why? Why does that certain host tell you that if they don't run, they're not very effective? Because they can't what? They can't what? They can't pass. They can't pass out of those situations. They can complete some passes, but they can't pass because they're not what? They're not what? Passers. They're what? Athletes playing quarterback. Did you watch the two athletes yesterday play quarterback? Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson? Did you watch? Well, what happened in that game? Well, elementary, my dear Watson. The Bills lost 35-10. Now, why did they lose, Orlando Alzigari? Well, Orlando Alzigari in the third person is going to explain to you. Josh Allen, 5 rushes, 21 yards, no touchdowns. James Cook, 9 rushes, 39 yards, no touchdowns. As a team, 23 rushes, 81 yards, 3.5 yards a carry, and 1 touchdown. Were they effective? No. The Ravens won 35-10. Lamar Jackson, 5 rushes, 54 yards, and a touchdown. Derrick Henry, 24 rushes, 199 yards, and a touchdown. Justice Hill, 4 rushes, 18 yards, 4.5 yards a carry. The team, 34 rushes, 271 yards and 2 touchdowns. Who dominated on the ground? The Ravens. Who won the game? The Ravens. How do you stop the Ravens? How do you stop the Bills? Stop the run. That's all. They can't beat you with the pass. If you stop the run, you make Josh Allen 16 of 29 for 180 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Why? He can't make a living in the pocket. Just like Lamar Jackson can't make a living in the pocket. He had 13 of 18, 156 and 2 touchdowns. It was good, only because he ran. As long as they run, that little rinky-dink passing game of theirs works. It's elementary, my dear Watson. The Ravens and the Bills, you want to solve them? Punch them in the mouth and stop the run. Neither one of those quarterbacks can make a living from the pocket. But if you allow the running back and the running backs and the quarterback to run, it's over. It's done. Your history. That's all. Once in a while, Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson will have that day in the pocket and they'll get lucky. They do it once or twice a year. They do it. There's a couple of those. There's not a lot because they can't do it all the time because that's not who they are. But if you watch the game, it's super simple. It's not easy, but it's super simple. It's not a difficult game plan to decipher. Now, it's not easy to punch them in the mouth because they know who they are. See, the Bills under Ken Dorsey had no idea who they are. They thought they could go out and start passing, and I've got a passing quarterback. No, you don't, Ken Dorsey. You were a passing quarterback in college. The guy you're coaching is a running quarterback that passes. So when Cook and Allen and all these guys are running all over your ass, yeah, it's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. But once you shut down Cook and Allen from running, you'll beat the Bills. Once you shut down Lamar and Derrick Henry, they're not going to beat you passing. Nothing's changed. Nothing's changed. Texans defeat the Jags. They improved to 3-1. The Jags are 0-4. So let me ask you something. When you win a Super Bowl, are you guaranteed of being a great coach? What do you think there, Sean? If you win a Super Bowl, are you automatically a great coach? So did Doug Peterson get lucky? You tell me. He won a Super Bowl there, and then they kicked his ass out because he lost the locker room. And remember what I told you, full circle. Who underachieved? Brian Flores. Who's underachieving? Mike McDaniel. Because I think the front office is giving you enough talent to win more games. 1 or 2 more games every year. Flo or this guy. To be quite honest. Okay? The bigger problem for the front office has been that maybe they didn't hire the right coaches. Let me just, So, did Doug Peterson just have a loaded team and they won the Super Bowl? Because the guy is, at no point has ever shown you anything. He lost that Super Bowl team. They thoroughly kicked his ass out. And he is 0-4 right now in Jacksonville. And he's like Mr. Guru, right? So fix Trevor Lawrence. They're fixing Sam Darnold. Fix Trevor Lawrence. They fix Baker Mayfield. Fix Trevor Lawrence. So maybe Doug Peterson's not that good. Just like some of you idiots out there about Brian Flores. Brian Flores can coach a defense. He can't coach a team. What do you forget that he can't build an offense? That he doesn't even know what a quarterback looks like? Because of his hate, he didn't play Tua, the better quarterback? That's not a good coach. Maybe Doug Peterson is overrated as a mofo, dude. He just got lucky in Philadelphia because that's what you're proving to me right now. Just like when I look at Mike McDaniel and I see the stats, I don't think it's really him. I think it's the players. I don't think he's that good a coach. I just think the players make plays in spite of him. And to me, Doug Peterson, when I'm looking at it, I'm like, yeah, this guy's a complete fraud. Props to Jaden Daniels. 26 of 30, 233 yards, a touchdown, an interception, 8 rushes, 47 yards, and a touchdown. As Washington throttles Arizona 42-14. I guess all that talk about Arizona, turning the corner is not true. Because Kyler Murray's still putting up kind of like a pedestrian stats. He's got to do better. Anyway. Let me see what we got here. Big O should really just start calling his show The Hard Truth. We try, man. I'm a fan, but I'm not trying to self-inflict pain upon myself for this team anymore. Damn, Brandon. Kind of true, isn't it? It's twisted, but there's some truth in there. If McDaniel goes for it on 4th and 1 from his 35 with the score 0-0 tonight, Finns need to fire him on the spot. He won't be fired at all, bro. It'll be like I told you, hot seat for next year. Flores underachieved. The team had 0 talent on offense. Ronnie, when you refuse to play the starting quarterback and you're playing Fitzpatrick and Jabroni, and then you finally get to Tua, and the rest of the year you go 7-3. You underachieved, okay? Because you could have won some of those games if you actually played the starting quarterback. But you hated the guy, so you didn't play him. And then in his last year, here, I'll go through it. Where is it at here? And in his last year, talk about underachieving. Okay, the problem is, I get it, bro. You probably don't want to be wrong or some shit. But in his last year, 2022, right? Is that the one? Yes, 2022. In his last year, is that his last year? 2021. He beats New England or Tua, as always, beats New England. Then they lose to Buffalo, at Vegas, against the Colts 27-17, at Tampa 45-17, Jacksonville 23-20, Atlanta 30-28, Buffalo 26-11. Then they go and beat the sorry teams after that. So you start beating the bad teams overall, and you lost to all the better teams at the beginning of your schedule. So that's why you kind of pumped up. You won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. That's where I was telling you he was getting fired in the middle of that 7-game losing streak. Because beating Carolina and beating the Jets and all that was, it's crazy. In fact, that was the year that that was the year he was trying to win the Baltimore game with Jabroni. During that winning streak, he was trying to win the game with Jabroni, and then Jabroni got injured, and Tua came in to save his ass. He's such a great coach. He told Tua to go away, and Tua was playing golf throughout the afternoons. Playing golf the week of the Ravens. And Tua comes off the bench, playing more golf than football, and beats the Ravens in a comeback 22-10. Miami scores 16 points in the fourth quarter. That's your coach that you think is actually good. Some of you people out there, the problem is it's like you're fanatical, and you can't even look at shit for what it really is. This clown was trying to win with Jabroni. And then he had to stay with Tua reluctantly because he knew he was going to lose that game if he brought Jabroni back. And by the way, watching Gerard Mayo do the same ignorant shit. Oh, no, Jabroni. And you've got the May kid there who clearly has shown that is better and gives you a better chance at winning. That's ignorant shit, dude. That's ignorant shit there. At least with Flo, it was hate. I don't think Mayo hates May. I think Mayo's just an idiot. That's all. But hey, man, you go ahead and believe the Flo bullshit. You go ahead and do that. Freaking clown is Flo. And some of you suckers fall for it. Anyway, good defensive coordinator. That's about it. Big O, I guess my Cardinals aren't Super Bowl contenders. Yeah, probably not, Chris. Probably not. Kid can pass, but that offense needs to become more explosive, dude. The Kyler Murray's offenses are not explosive. It's weird. And it's not like he doesn't have the ability, but it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe it's a Baker Mayfield thing. He doesn't have the right coach or something. I don't know. I don't follow it like every down, so I'd be talking out of my ass. But it's weird. Advice to McDaniel: play your best players all freaking game and run. Yeah. Here's the other thing. What's this shit about allowing your players to take themselves off the field? Who the fuck has seen that shit? Are you limping? Are you injured? Okay. Yeah. Okay. You got a torn ACL? Yeah. Come on. Hop your ass back over to the sidelines. Oh, I'm sorry. You got a high ankle sprain? Hop your ass to the side. Oh, you jam your shoulder? You got a stinger? Come on. Let's go. Come over to the sideline. You're tired. You need a breather? Fuck you. I'm paying you $30 million. Get your ass back out there. So you call third down and there's Robbie Chosen and Grant DuBose? Because you got these guys going, I need a breather. On third down, you need a breather? Mark Clayton doesn't want to play on third down? Irving Fryer doesn't want to play on third down. O.J. McDuffie doesn't want to play on third down. Get out of here, bro. What is in your DNA, Tyreek Hill or Jalen Waddle? What is wrong with you? I got to know. What player pulls themselves out on a third down? What coach doesn't know that the players are out on third down? What coach allows their players to pull themselves out on third down? What coach allows their players to pull themselves out? What's this new shit in football? I tell you when you get the hell off the field. You don't say when you get off the field. I'll determine that. And if you're not injured, don't look to the sidelines. If you need a breather, then you need to get in better shape. I'm sorry. And just go look at the numbers. They need to play more. And this is all over the league. This is not just the Tyreek and Waddle thing. This happens all over. Go look at the reps. They're all kind of the same. I'm sorry. You cannot pull yourselves out in key moments. And by the way, why would you? What? How do you not want to be there in the most important down? The shit McDaniel does on this team, I'm telling you. It's ridiculous. It really is. By the way, I only plan to do an hour today because I got a lot of talking to do tonight. And I'm almost at 2 hours. Anyway. Yeah, I know. Could you imagine Don Shula allowing players to pull themselves out? I've never seen that in my life. And it happens here like it's nothing. Like it's nothing. This is what needs to happen tonight. Okay? If the Dolphins are going to win the game, it's not Mike McDaniel. So I don't even think he can be the difference maker, to be quite honest. And it's certainly not going to be Snoop Huntley. I'm not putting any pressure on Snoop Huntley or expectations. If he does anything, God bless him. I'm super happy for him. But this game is about Tyreek. This game is about Waddle. This game is about Jonnu Smith. This game is about Jalen Ramsey. This game is about Javon Holland. This game is about Calais Campbell. This game is about Jordan Brooks. Do you understand where I'm going? This game is about your stars making plays tonight, overcoming the adversity that the guy on the sidelines more often than not has lost. Don't count on the guy on the sidelines. Count on yourselves. So, Jalen Ramsey, find a way to be a difference maker today. Javon Holland, find a way to be a difference maker today. Calais Campbell, find a way. Sealer, find a way. That's what this game is all about tonight. Tonight, the people you're paying money, Austin Jackson, needs to block his ass off. That's what this is all about today. Players making plays. And the prominent players that you're paying need to be playmakers tonight. That's how this team wins tonight. If they don't do that tonight, It's not going to be about Snoop, and it certainly isn't going to be about Mike McDaniel, because to put the weight of the world on Snoop is so unfair to that kid. And if you've watched how McDaniel really doesn't do a good job of preparing anybody, doesn't do a good job of supporting anybody throughout the game, to Skyler, doesn't matter. You cannot expect Snoop to go in there with the complete support, because the guy on the sidelines is super unorganized. He doesn't know what receivers on the field. He allows them to pull themselves off the field. This is a joke. Doesn't know when to stay with the run, can't win a challenge. I mean, this guy on the sidelines is a joke. He's so green. He is not even close to even being an offensive coordinator. So tonight and next week against the Patriots, your stars need to be stars. They need to save the season. Mike McDaniel is not going to save your season. And to put Snoop in a position to save your season is too unfair to that kid. He just got here, dude. He just got here. And he's not an accurate passer. He's an athlete that plays quarterback. And if you don't dominate on the run game today, it's going to be tough. You better dominate in the run game to help out Snoop. Okay? But stars better be stars tonight. That's what we need to be talking about in the postgame show. That Jalen Ramsey made a hell of a play. That Calais Campbell made a game-stopping play. That Sealer made a sack that was super important on a drive. That Waddle broke away and busted a long one. Stars need to be stars tonight. There's a lot of green and incompetence going on at quarterback and at head coach. You've got to overcome that. The only way is by everybody else raising their level of play. All right, folks, I'm out of here. I have done enough. I have pre and post tonight, and then I have another show in the morning. So, you know, I know my voice is going to be shot. I'll see you guys at 5:30. We'll get you ready for the pregame show. We'll get you ready for Dolphins and Titans. We thank Sean Stanley, as always, for mastering the platform. We thank all of you. If you send in a super chat, thank you. Cash App or Venmo at Cash Big O Show. That's Cash Big O Show. Cash App or Venmo. Visit our great sponsors like Caneswear. Use our code BIG-O10. You will get 10% off. See you at 5:30. Same time, same place, same bat channel.
This is the